Hi guys, it's Alison, Little Miss Crosser here with another video. As you know, it's Friday the 13th today, so happy Jason Voorhees Day, everybody. And I just thought I'd do a video on the Friday the 13th 8-film box set that I've got. It's not much of a box set because it just sort of fits into like a normal DVD case. Oh, excuse me. There you go. There it is. It's the parts 1 to 8. I do actually also have Jason X on DVD. I did have Freddy vs. Jason and Jason Goes to Hell as well, but for reasons which I won't go into, they are now with they're with a friend of mine. So there is the fantastic front cover. I love all the Friday the 13th films. I think they're all brilliant. The first four are more serious in tone, I think. Part 5's a little bit campy, and once you get into part 6, it's comedy territory basically. My personal favourite is Friday the 13th Part 8. That was the first one I saw as an adult, and it's so ridiculous and so over the top and so funny in places. And I love Kane Hodder as well. I am a bit biased. I do love him as Jason. Friday the 13th Part 7, the first one that he was in, runs a close second, and then I think Part 6 after that with CJ Graham as Jason. I've met both Kane and CJ, and they're both really, really lovely, really, really nice fellas. If I can find the photos, I will put them on the community page of my channel. Anyway, enough waffling. This is the blurb on all the films for Friday the 13th Uncut. It's the unrated version. It just says, the film that started it all. Unwary campers ignore the locals' warnings, and one by one, they find out how unlucky Friday the 13th can be. Friday the 13th Part 2. 5 years after the massacre at Camp Crystal Lake, the legend of Jason Voorhees lives on. Despite ominous warnings, a group of counsellors encounter horrors of their own. Now, one of my favourite characters is in the first 2 parts, good old Crazy Ralph. We do love Crazy Ralph in the Grosser household. And if he'd have told me what he tells them, I'd have been straight off in the other direction and never mind Camp Crystal Lake. Part 3. A carefree summer becomes a deadly nightmare for a group of teenagers who choose to ignore Camp Crystal Lake's gruesome legacy. Now, of the more serious ones, I think Part 3 and Part 4 stand out for me. Part 3 I saw when I was a teenager, and it scared the crap out of me. But then, as I got older, it's just like, this is just, it's not unscary, but it's not as terrifying as I remember it being. But if I'm in the mood for a more straight horror film, I tend to veer towards Part 3 and 4. Anyway, I digress. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, because it was meant to be the final chapter, but of course everyone wanted more Jason, same as they all wanted more Freddy and more Michael Myers. I'm digressing again, I'm waffling. It says, after the Crystal Lake massacre, Jason is pronounced dead, but the diabolical killing spree continues at the camp where the gruesome slaughter began. Corey Feldman is in that one, and I do love Corey Feldman. His music's a bit I don't know, but as a person and as someone who's been in films, he's pretty damn cool, I think. And then we go to Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. Young Tommy Jarvis, that's Corey Feldman in Part 4, but played by different actors in Part 5 and 6. Sorry, young Tommy Jarvis may have escaped from Crystal Lake, but he's still haunted by his nemesis, the maniacal serial killer Jason Voorhees. I'm not going to say anything more on the films than what's on the back with the blurb, because I mean, I know they're quite old now, but there might be someone out there who's still not seen them, so I'll keep stum. Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Jason rises from the grave to wreak havoc upon a new group of unsuspecting campers in an ultra-bloody rampage. This isn't really a spoiler, but the opening credits for Part 6, it's a mick-take of the gun barrel sequence from the James Bond films, which is another favourite franchise of mine, and that always really does raise a giggle with me as a fan of both franchises. The next one is Part 7, The New Blood, which a lot of people call Jason versus Carrie. If you watch it, you will understand where they're coming from. This is what it says. What chance does a telekinetic teenager have against the maniacal serial killer with a machete? Return to Crystal Lake to find out if you dare. Well, there you go. That's told you, hasn't it? And lastly, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. My favourite again, I'll just say it again. Loads of people disagree with me, but that's fair enough. You're allowed to like what you like. No quibble from me. High school senior Renee Wickman is in for the ride of her life when she and her classmates take a graduation cruise with a crazed serial killer stowaway. No need to say who that is. But yeah, that's the box set. There's the front again. I love that cover. And there's the back with all the blurb. I won't open it up because if you saw my Psycho Cop 2 video, every time I try and open a case to show anybody the discs, my camera goes everywhere. It goes really wobbly, and it all looks a bit silly, really. So I won't do that. I will spare my blushes and spare you guys being excuse me, burping. You won't have to put up with a wobbly camera. As soon as I get a stand for my mobile phone to record these, it shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Which is your favourite of the Friday the 13th films, including the reboot, which I also don't own. But yeah, if you want to leave a comment down below. That would be really, really nice to tell me which is your favourite, which is your least favourite. And if you want to like the video and wish to subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. I would very much appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.